Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
I know it's the weekend, but hey, I've been having so much fun with these questions and the computer voices that I decided to do a little short weekend edition of Talking Real Money. And that's in large part, too, because we just have a backlog of questions. But I decided I'd just do one question today because the question really intrigued me. And so I did some research to give a better answer. So the question came in by being typed in at talkingrealmoney.com. You can also call your questions in at 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. But when you type them in, I'm going to try every now and again, maybe all the time, to turn them into another voice. It'll be the right gender. It's not going to sound like your voice. It's a computer. So that we have two voices on the podcast. So this is a short version of the podcast. I call it Quick Queries, Rapid Replies. And here's the question.
I have a $1 million umbrella policy in addition to standard home, fire, and auto insurance. Should I increase my umbrella coverage as my assets increase?
As I mentioned, I wanted to do some research on this question because I'm bothered by insurance. I know it's a necessary thing, but I truly consider it to be a necessary evil that the insurance companies win and you generally lose. And that's okay because there's that whole peace of mind thing that we get from it. But do you need more than $1 million umbrella policy? Of course, the insurance companies are going to tell you, yeah, you need to protect. You got $3 million in assets? You need $3 million in coverage to protect those assets. But do you? Do you? I mean, first, let's say you lost $1.5 million judgment. Is it going to dramatically change your life? That's an important consideration, but it's a much less important consideration when you learn the facts about lawsuits. I looked it up. In jury cases where the big awards happen because they generally don't happen in negotiated settlements, and negotiated settlements account for the bulk of personal liability claims, in jury cases, only 6% of the cases resulted in judgments of of $1 million or more. That means that only about 1,000 times a year are $1 million plus judgments issued. So you've got 1,000 cases. So your odds are right now pretty darn low. And bear in mind that the average award in all cases is less than $25,000. That's the average. Your liability coverage for your homeowners or your auto insurance is going to be well above that. Well above that. The median is $31,000. So most cases settle for far, far, far less than $1 million. And the vast majority of big payouts, $1 million plus payouts, are for two categories, neither of which you're likely to find yourself in. Product liability. Okay, you're going to have corporate insurance if you have product liability potential issues. And medical. Those are where the big judgments happen. And most of the big judgments are not compensatory, they're punitive. So let's say someone slips and falls on your sidewalk and you were found to be negligent because you didn't shovel it. And they sued you and, of course, your insurance company who was going to represent you. They are going to not only have to prove that you were negligent, but that you went out of your way to do something untoward to keep this person from getting paid, and you needed to be punished for that. And that is very unlikely in most personal liability cases for homeowners. So $1 million judgments for homeowners, my gosh, you can extrapolate from this. I don't have the exact number, but extrapolating from this based on the number of cases that are over $1 million that are product liability and medical, you're looking at best, 100 or so cases that involved individuals' liability that cost more than $1 million. Are you willing to pay an insurance company hundreds of dollars every year on that incredibly unlikely possibility? I got to tell you, I think it's just wasting money. Yeah, sure. Peace of mind, $1 million, that gives you a lot of peace of mind because, again, the vast majority, 94% of jury cases end up costing less than $1 million to the defendant. Less than $1 million, 94%. And of the 6, most of those are corporate or medical liability, not individuals. So no, I would not waste my money on another big umbrella policy. I would not. I just don't think you're exposing yourself to a lot of risk. I really don't. And we have to try to quantify the risk we're taking. So thanks for the question. It's a great one. Very different. I appreciate it. You can call your questions into 855-935-TALK 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or you can leave them at talkingrealmoney.com. You can type them. I'll turn them into a voice like that. Or you can actually voice your own voice. Just punch the little microphone button and have a mic hooked up to your computer, and then you'll sound just like you. And it's really easy. Thank you so much for being there. Please tell a friend or two or a dozen about the podcast and keep listening. And if you really like what you hear, please leave a review at Apple Podcasts. Take good care. I'm Don McDonald, hanging out, talking real money.
Talking Real Money. We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for educational and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. Providing personalized financial planning or investing advice takes time, so please consult with a really good fee-only fiduciary investment, tax, or legal advisor. We know a good one. Investing must always involve risk. In other words, you can and probably will lose money at times. Also, as much as you want it, no one can accurately, consistently predict the future. So past performance doesn't tell you a darn thing about what the future will bring. Unlike many other programs that say something similar, Talking Real Money is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Vestry, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Thanks for listening, and please visit talkingrealmoney.com for more information and disclosures. That should keep the lawyers happy.